everyone. So I have two challenges in front of me. Am I audible behind? Just raise your hand if I'm audible. Thank you so much. So I think I have two challenges with me. One is to talk sense today after so many speakers have done justice to what they have said. And the second one is to stop falling you all asleep since we are just meeting after the lunch. So I'll start my topic, shaping the new era of learning. There has been a lot of AI talk. Teaching hearts, training minds. I think as educators, this is what is the challenge for us. And I'm Deepti Asnani Nambiar, director of the Ivy Global School, and have my past experience in IT as well as educator for last 14 years. So I'll do a small activity. Just I would welcome you all to join me on a time machine. And we will try to travel few years ahead. Can I please play? So 2025, now we all have hopped onto a time machine and we are just flying ahead to 2035, 10 years from now. I just want you to take some time and help me answer this question. 2035, you are opening your news tab and there is something related to AI in educators on the news. What would it be? For the sake of time, I've just taken 25 seconds. So I just want you to think 2035 as educators, what would be the AI there? Thank you so much. Anybody would like to answer anything what comes to you? What is it? Good day. Okay. Anything else? What do you think AI and educators would be related like? Okay. Some might think that AI has replaced educators. Some might think that schools have replaced AI completely and AI is not there. So let's see and let's figure out what we are going to be. Okay. So before we start, even understanding and talking about how will we deal or how will we educate this AI gen, I quickly want to take you through the different generations and how learning cycle has been. Generation X, 60 to 45 years. Can you all raise your hands? 45 to 60 years? Just the biological age I'm talking about, not the age at heart. Yes, great. So, Generation X, we all were wired differently. We still prefer talking to people than actually messaging them. We still, when we buy our groceries, we do mental calculation of the maths, calculating the amount, and not speaking to our calculators. We still maintain our to-do list and not asking Alexa to do it for us. That was Gen X. When I told my son, who's 10-year-old now, that I did not have internet when I was learning, for him it seemed like my grandfather telling me that he had to swim across the river to reach the school. He found it really funny. Now let's come to Gen Y. So when they were growing up, internet was part of them. They communicated differently, they learned differently. Gen Z, these are the students who have probably just passed from our school or are in senior grades. They use social media very conveniently. E-commerce forms 2/3 of the total shopping platforms. For them, the smartphones are like their body parts. Now, what we are going to deal with is Gen Alpha. They speak with technology as well as they speak to humans. And that is the challenge we have to engage these students to us. So I just was doing some research and I came across a very good article, a very good research done by Harvard in an AI-enabled classroom. One professor who was trying to teach physics to the students in Harvard divided the classroom into two classes. One where the students were allowed to use AI technology, and the other one where they were obviously the best educators from Harvard. And he delivered the physics lecture using active learning strategy. At end of the classroom, surprisingly, they found where there was AI-enabled classroom, the students absorbed better. They said that they were more engaged and they were able to reach higher order thinking skills. Now, does this mean that AI is going to replace educators from the classrooms? No. I think AI will be there to handle the technicalities and the higher order thinking skills. Engaging students, human to human connect is what educators would be working on. Okay, and how much time do we have to adopt? So this is a graph, and you can see what smartphones did in 20 years. AI is doing that absorption rate in 3 years. So why AI is becoming this big? Ease of usage. Now, if you can flip your fingers, you can actually use AI. AI is that simple to use. Every time, whenever, if you can just in any ways speak or write down what do you want, AI will have a solution for you, almost most of the things. It's a very quick learner. I will just tell you my example. Last year, I was trying to do a justice to a contract which I got, and I tried to upload it on AI, and I did not get the response I was expecting. This year, same thing happened, and a contract I wanted to analyze in 2 jurisdictions, Indian and Canadian. You would be surprised the kind of answers I got from AI. I have also used AI to generate summary of my reports by a doctor and trying to understand what is the recommended treatment. I recently uploaded my tax returns on AI and asked it to, give me better options. So say CA, lawyer, doctor, it has become one of that. I will still have a remark of caution, uses as a second opinion only, not the first opinion. And obviously it is accessible. My lawyer doesn't respond to me in midnight, but AI does. Okay, so I think after this, let's address the elephant in the room somewhere. How do we equip the students with the skills and mindset to learn, create, and excel in this AI world that we are entering? So I have a short video for this. Yes. So it is the era how photography has changed over the years. Now this is our old camera, the way it is used to be with the reels. Moving on to DSLR camera, and then finally a smartphone. Now this is what AI is to me. My father was a very passionate photographer, and years back, I remember entering the rooms that were full of, some chemical smelling, and we used to develop those reels and put it in the light and just tell which reel do we want the photographs to be developed. From there, the next, we bought a DSLR camera, and which had a lot of knobs and dials. And how to do it was very important. The right kind of focal length, aperture, everything I had to set. Next came the smartphone, which is now AI enabled. If I know what I need to click, I become a great photographer. The whole knobs and all the dials were absorbed by AI. This is exactly what AI is going to do to the education also today. That is what I believe. From how to, what is becoming important is what has to be done. And the rest part, AI would be able to take care. And how does it impact educators? Okay. I'm sure many of you are aware of this, Bloom's taxonomy. Yes. So I'm from a PCM background, and I was taught integration with 90% of time focusing on how to do integration. I think that is where the classrooms will change. Now because AI is there, how to do integration is very well known to the students. What to do, when to apply the integration, which questions will the integration be actually applicable is what our students would need to understand. With this, yes, I would end my presentation. I'm much on time, I believe. And there is a website that I highly use, aiexplorer.com. If you know what is the problem where you want a solution for AI, this website is very handy. It gives you a number of tools from AI that you can use. I use it widely, so I recommend to everybody. Thank you so much for your time. It was nice speaking to you. Thank you, EdTech, for giving me this platform, a very well organized conference. Thank you so much.